What happens if Earth stops spinning for 5 seconds? A moment of chaos, the unthinkable scenario. Imagine this. You wake up one morning, stretch your arms, and take a deep breath. Suddenly, without warning, the entire planet stops spinning. Just for 5 seconds. At first, it might seem like a small, almost insignificant amount of time. But in reality, those 5 seconds could change everything. The Earth's rotation is something we take for granted, yet it influences every aspect of our lives, from the gentle cycle of day and night to the powerful forces that govern our climate and ocean currents. But what if this invisible force, which has been in motion for billions of years, suddenly came to a standstill? The consequences would be catastrophic. The science behind Earth's rotation. Before diving into the effects of this hypothetical scenario, it's crucial to understand why the Earth spins in the first place. Our planet has been rotating since its formation about 4.5 billion years ago. This rotation is a remnant of the swirling cloud of gas and dust from which the solar system was born. Since there's nothing in space to stop it, Earth continues to spin at a relatively constant speed of about 1,670 kilometers per hour, 1,037 miles per hour at the equator. This rotation affects everything on the planet, from the Coriolis effect, which influences wind and ocean currents, to the very shape of the Earth itself. The centrifugal force caused by this spin makes the Earth bulge slightly at the equator and flatten at the poles. In essence, the planet's rotation keeps everything in balance. So what happens if that balance is suddenly disrupted? Instantaneous deceleration, the immediate impact. If the Earth were to stop spinning for 5 seconds and then resume, the most immediate and devastating effect would be the inertia of everything on its surface. You would be flung eastward. Imagine being in a car moving at 100 miles per hour and suddenly slamming on the brakes. Your body would lurch forward due to inertia. Now, scale that up to the entire planet. At the equator, the Earth's surface moves at about 1,037 miles per hour. If the rotation stopped suddenly, everything that wasn't firmly anchored to the ground, including people, buildings, and even entire cities, would be hurled eastward at tremendous speeds. Catastrophic winds. The atmosphere wouldn't stop moving just because the Earth did. The air itself would continue traveling at its original speed, generating winds stronger than any hurricane ever recorded. These winds would flatten buildings, uproot forests, and create enormous dust storms that would make the planet nearly uninhabitable. Oceans on the move. The inertia of the oceans would be equally catastrophic. If the water in the oceans kept moving while the planet stopped, massive tsunamis thousands of feet high would surge across continents, obliterating coastal regions and sweeping entire cities away in moments. The sky would shift and the stars would blur. Another immediate and eerie effect would be the sudden shift in the sky. If you were looking up when the Earth stopped, you'd see the stars and the sun appear to jump across the sky. This is because our perception of the celestial sphere is tied to Earth's rotation. A sudden stop would make everything appear to jolt westward. The core and magnetic field disturbance. The Earth's core spins independently, but is affected by the overall rotation of the planet. A sudden stop could disrupt this movement, potentially leading to temporary failures in the Earth's magnetic field. The magnetic field protects us from harmful solar radiation, and if it faltered even briefly, it could expose us to increased levels of cosmic radiation. Long-term effects. A 5-second stop that lasts forever. Although the Earth would resume spinning after 5 seconds, the damage would already be done. The momentum of displaced land, oceans, and atmosphere wouldn't simply reverse. The planet's surface would be in chaos, with massive fires from the friction, floods from the displaced seas, and hurricanes of unprecedented force. The disruption of wind and ocean currents would also wreak havoc on global climate patterns. The long-term environmental consequences could include rapid shifts in weather, destruction of ecosystems, and an extended period of instability as the planet attempts to regain equilibrium. Could humanity survive? In the immediate aftermath, survival would be unlikely for most people, especially those near the equator. However, people in regions closer to the poles, where the rotational speed is lower, might have a slightly better chance. Underground bunkers and heavily reinforced structures could provide some protection. But even then, the aftermath of such a sudden stop would be a massive global disaster requiring decades or even centuries to recover from. Conclusion, a reminder of our fragile balance. While the Earth stopping for 5 seconds is purely hypothetical, This thought experiment underscores just how delicate our planetary balance really is. We live on a spinning sphere that moves seamlessly through space, providing us with the stability we take for granted every day. The next time you look up at the stars or feel the breeze on your face, take a moment to appreciate the hidden forces that keep our world in motion. Because in just 5 seconds, everything could change.